Well, it's November 1st, 2020. So let's talk a little bit. Last year in November, I decided to do NaNoWriMo for the first time. For those of you who are watching this and don't know what NaNoWriMo is, it's National Novel Writing Month. Basically, within 30 days in November, you are supposed to write 50,000 words, which is about the average size of a novel. Of course, you can go under and you can go over depending on what kind of novel you're writing, but 50,000 is just a good median point. Last year, I did it for the first time. I went to school for fiction writing, and I'd always wanted to write a novel, so I thought it was the perfect opportunity to do it. And little did my friends know, every single day I was vlogging my process and everything that was happening and how it was going. Now, it's been a year. Those clips have all been sitting on my phone, basically going to waste. And today was my first day of my second NaNoWriMo. I didn't think I was going to participate, but then maybe about 4 days before we started, I got hit with this amazing idea. I started immediately plotting. I didn't finish, but I got a lot done. Today, I already hit word count, so we're good. But it's my second year doing this. It's been exactly a year since I went through it for the first time, and I'm like, why am I not releasing this footage? The whole point of me filming it was so that I could put it on the internet, hopefully, and people would watch it. Now, I just sat for a couple of hours watching this footage again for the first time since I filmed it. And let me just say, it was a lot more interesting and dramatic, and it actually taught me a lot. It was a lot more than I thought it was going to be. I have to say, to put this on the internet, I feel like I have to be a little vulnerable. And so when I do post this, if you're watching this, the title's going to kind of say a little bit of it, but I discovered that mental health and self-care and the process of putting numbers to your creativity takes a bigger toll and is much of a bigger focus than I thought it was going to be. And so I'm going to post this so that I can look back on it, and then when I'm vlogging this time around, hopefully I can see a difference. But I'm also vlogging this for other first-time NaNoWriMo participants so that they can see my journey and maybe put less pressure on themselves and have more fun with it. But anyway, here is the long-lost NaNoWriMo 2019 vlog. Perhaps I am using a laptop as a light, but I forgot to film a clip for today. It is November 1st, the first day of NaNoWriMo. Even though my outline was not completely done, I still got 2,028 words done. Took me a while. I was kind of exhausted. I was procrastinating a bit more than I would have liked. But I got it done before midnight, so that's what matters. Hopefully tomorrow goes as well as today did. All right, it is 3:30 p.m. on NaNoWriMo day 2. I've officially settled down after getting home from work. I grabbed a big mason jar full of water, and I grabbed some brain food, a la sour sweet tart candies, because it was just Halloween and we have a lot left over. My goal for right now is to get some character profiling done, possibly finish my outline because I just have Act 3 to finish, and then start working on the 2,000 words, and I will be back when hopefully that's finished. We'll see how long it takes. So today, I only ended up writing 1,029 words. It's not horrible, but my daily goal is 2,000. Right after work, I had family over, and so I tried to sneak writing in after, but by then I was just so exhausted from all of the socializing and all of the things I did that I just didn't get to where I wanted to be. So hopefully tomorrow is better. All right, it is Sunday, November 3rd. It is 11:50 p.m. and I just finished writing 1,565 words. I don't know how I feel about it. It's not a bad writing day. According to my stats on the website, I'm pretty much going according to plan. But the past few days of writing have been a little rough. I think what I'm starting to realize is that writing in the late afternoon/night is just not the best time for me, at least on work days, because by the time I get home, I'm so tired and my brain is basically sizzled out. So anytime I try to sit down and write anything, it just feels like I'm really having to push myself. So since tomorrow I have a day off, I'm going to try to get some stuff done during the day, mostly outlining, because tomorrow night I'm going to my first official NaNoWriMo write-in. I'm hoping to get a lot done there. I'm hoping that'll be a good place for me to focus. But my last update is that today I developed some NaNoWriMo rewards for myself. I decided to reward myself for every 10,000 words that I write. So basically my first reward for 10,000 is going to be a binge out dinner, and I've chosen to do it at Chili's because, this month, my best friend and I decided to start going back to the gym and eating healthier. So I'm not going to be allowed to eat like crap, and hopefully I'll feel better and be more energized, which will ultimately help my writing. But if I get to 10,000 words soon, I'm going to get that dinner. So I'll keep you posted on that. All right, it is 11:44 p.m. on November 4th. I wrote 1,464 words today. It was fine. I had a bunch of errands to run in the beginning of the day today. So even on my day off, I ended up writing at night, and we already know how writing at night has been going for me. Basically, I really struggled to focus. I was really exhausted. I was getting headaches. I had to caffeinate myself and really, really push myself. At least I got the writing done. Wasn't too bad how many words I wrote today. Oh, I ended up also not going to the write-in just because I really didn't want to leave the house. Like, that's how tired I was. So, tomorrow I have another day off, so I'm going to try to get my writing done early and see if the time of the day affects how much I can get done. We're slowly nearing my first goal for Nano, so hopefully that comes soon. So right now I am leaving my first official NaNoWriMo write-in. It went really well. It's a Tuesday night, so there wasn't a lot of people there, but everyone I met was really nice. And I had a feeling that going to a write-in would mean that I got more done because I had less to distract me, and I was completely right. My goal was to get I think around 2,200 something words done today, and I got 1,800. So I'm gonna go home, maybe eat something, take a shower, and then try to pump out the last 450 words. But I'm really happy with the work I've done today, and I'm excited to go again. All right, so after coming home, eating some dinner, and watching an episode of Gilmore Girls, I ended up sitting down and finishing the rest of my words for the day, and in total I wrote 2,276 words. I am well on track to finish my novel by the end of the month if all goes according to plan. And then tomorrow I should hit 10,000 words, which means I get my first reward. I'm so excited for tomorrow. It's gonna be good. So I'm home from work and I'm already settled in. I got my hoodie on. I'm getting comfortable, getting ready to write. I actually already got some writing done today because for the past few months I've been in the process of moving. So all of my journals and all of my books are packed up. So I went to the store a couple days ago and I picked up this notebook so I could bring it to work and try to get writing done while I'm at work. It's kind of complicated, but I do it when we're more slow. And today I actually got to sit down and get some writing done. So I'm probably going to type that up, see where I'm at, and then I'm going to start again. Okay. So I ended up procrastinating for a while on finishing my word count for the day, but I wrote 1,738 words and I'm officially over 10,000. I know we're only 1/5 of a way towards the goal, but the fact that I've even written 10,000 words in 6 days is just beyond me, because I was coming from a place where I was not writing at all, and trying to force myself to even write 200 words was pushing it. So I just feel so motivated and so confident, and God, I cannot wait to get my first reward tomorrow, which is basically going out to any restaurant that I want and having a guilt-free meal, getting whatever I want and pigging out cocktails, whatever, without feeling ashamed. It's a pure celebration. So I'm going out with my friend tomorrow, and yay! Okay, so I tried to write at work today, but just didn't really happen. I only ended up writing about like maybe 100 words at work. So I knew I had to leave at some point to get dinner with my friend tonight for my 10,000 word reward. So I knew I had to get my words done early. So right after work, I went on my computer, and of course there was some procrastination, but I was supposed to leave for dinner at 6:30. It is 6:31, and I just finished. I wrote 1,570 words today, and I am right on track with the NaNoWriMo path to success. So I'm gonna go change my clothes really quickly and leave, and the rest of the night is mine to celebrate and have fun. I'm so excited. All right, we are doing yet another NaNoWriMo update by the light of my computer in bed. It is day 8 of NaNoWriMo. Today, even though it was a day off of work, it was a rough one. I got up, showered, did some errands with my family, and then I had an intense headache and not a lot of time to write anyway. So because of all of the timing and the headache, ended up not writing much before I left my house to go to a book signing with my friend. And right now it's 11:15. I have work early in the morning tomorrow, and I am totally out of writing energy and creativity. So I'm ending the day with only 365 words written. It's disappointing to say the least. I am trying to convince myself to write, and it's not feeling right. And even though this whole challenge is about forcing myself out of my comfort zone and forcing myself to write every day, something about like trying to push myself this close to the end of the day to try to pump out 1,300 words to get to my daily goal, it just doesn't sit right with me. So if I want to hit 20,000 by Tuesday, which is my goal, I calculated it. I need to write 2,000 words every day for the next 4 days if I'm splitting it up correctly. So hopefully I can do that. I really don't want to have one day just be the day I pick up all the slack. I would really like to split it up evenly so it doesn't feel like I'm working too hard, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to try to pump out some writing tomorrow. It is 10:30 and I just finished writing for the day. I told you, or I guess I just told myself yesterday, that I need to write at least 2,000 words a day so I can hit 12,000 on Tuesday. 12,000. So I can hit 20,000 on Tuesday like I was planning to. Today, I wrote 2,260 words. I don't know how I did it. I'm so happy. And today's just one of those days where I just, like, as soon as I finished, I was so proud of myself, not because of like how much I wrote, but because sometimes I convince myself that I have so many blocks and so many distractions and so many reasons why I can't write at home well, efficiently, I guess is the word I'm looking for, which is why I was doing so well at that write-in I went to. But I guess it's just like when I really sit down and like tell myself to focus and like really get into my zone, like I guess I really can accomplish more than I thought I did, even when I'm in a house full of distractions, a place where I can get away with watching Netflix instead of doing work. But yeah, and I only wrote it in like 2.5 hours. Yeah, 2.5 hours, but that was with a 20-minute break. Because when I hit 1,000, I took 20 minutes to watch half an episode of Gilmore Girls as a little like gift to myself for getting halfway there. And even then, so that was like, what, took me 2 hours to write that? That might seem like a lot, but like a lot of time to write 2,000 words for some people. But for me, the queen of distractions and procrastination, it was pretty awesome. So hopefully tomorrow is just as good. It always sucks when you had a really good day the day before and then you have to come back and record a clip on a day like this. Because yesterday I wrote well over 2,000 words and I was like really just pumping it out. I was so proud of myself. I got so cocky and confident. And then today I got home from work and I was so drained and like physically exhausted. And I went for one errand with my mom I came home and I just laid there for hours in bed watching YouTube videos. And like, I saw the time ticking down and I was like, Bailey, you have to write before midnight. And then eventually I literally didn't write until 10:30. And at that point, I was like, I just want to at least hit 15,000 today. So I did. I wrote 719 words. That is 1,300 less than I wanted to. So that basically means that the next 2 days I have to write like 2,500 words. So I'm going to really have to kick ass. I'm not going to stress out about it yet, but the thought of it does make me a little anxious. So I better get some sleep so I'm not this tired tomorrow. It is so cold outside. It snowed like a couple inches today and I almost didn't want to go out, but I went to a write-in tonight and I only needed to stay for 2 hours because in 2 hours I wrote 2,528 words. All I have to do tomorrow is write another 2,500 words and then I'm up to 20,000 and back on track. And tomorrow I'm going to another write-in, so I'm sure it's going to happen. My theory about write-ins is proving to be right. They definitely motivate me more and keep me focused. So I'm so excited that everything is going so well. And now I'm going to drive home and maybe eat a late dinner. It is 11:36 p.m. on November 12th. I just wrote 2,491 words, which officially puts me right above 20,000 words. I have hit my second goal of NaNoWriMo and I want to scream. I'm so excited. I just didn't think I would even make it this far. And the fact that I'm like a day or two away from hitting 25K, which is the halfway point, is just like beyond words for me. Like, this is the farthest I've ever made it into a manuscript before. And I'm already sensing from what I have written and the length of my chapters that this book is going to be over 50,000 words. But like, that doesn't even matter. Like, if I hit 50,000 words by the end of November, I'm going to be like insanely surprised and like proud. It's been a good day. A weird day, but a good day. I'm hoping tomorrow is just as good. But yeah, that means that I get to have my 20,000 word reward, which I already forgot what it was. Let me go look. Bookstore shopping spree. So I get to buy more books. I'm very excited about that. I will see you tomorrow. Today was a rough writing day. I didn't get any writing done at work today. I didn't expect to. I could kind of tell that they didn't like me trying to fit in writing at work, which I mean, of course I understand that. Like, that's my job. I get paid to be there and I don't get paid to sit there and write. But by the time I got home, I was so tired. And so I relaxed for a little bit and then I had to go run an errand with my friend. And because I hit 20,000 yesterday, today was my half price bookstore haul. And so we went book shopping. And then I came home and I tried to eat a little something because I hadn't eaten any dinner. And by the time I got to my room, I was just like so not in the mood. Like, today was one of those days where I really had to push myself strictly because I'm trying to meet word count. Like, I had no desire to sit down and write. I ended up writing 843 words, which means I'm going to be writing a little more than I anticipated tomorrow and the next day, if I'm going to hit 2,500 by the end of Friday. But it is what it is. I'm ready for sleep. I'm so tired I can barely keep my eyes open. So, well, it is day 14 of NaNoWriMo. It is 11:52 p.m. And while I have brain dumped some ideas and got the organization of like the next 2 or so chapters down, I didn't write a single word. The past 2 days have been the roughest of NaNoWriMo so far. It's so interesting. I love how this is the halfway point and now I'm kind of hitting a wall. And I'm a little nervous because tomorrow I have a friend coming into town. She's staying with me for 2 days. And she is a writer too. And she's also kind of sort of doing NaNoWriMo. And she said we can sit down and write together because we both like to do that. But because, you know, we don't get to see each other often, I'm afraid that we're not but we really need to, because I don't think I can do another 0 day. I calculated on average how many words I would need to write a day to get to 50,000 by November 30th, and I would need to write 1,800, which is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And, you know, sometimes I write 2,000, and so I'm not too concerned about it, but, yeah, I really thought me doing 0 today was going to, like, put me back way further, so that's optimistic, but am I proud of myself for writing 0 words? Am I happy? No. So it is November 16th, and I have not filmed an update for, I think, 2 days, either 2 days or 1 day, but I have not written anything for the past 2 days. On Thursday after work, I had a bunch of stuff to do, and then I was just tired, and I didn't feel like it. I didn't even do anything I had to do, like, regardless of writing. I didn't even clean the house like I was supposed to. So that was kind of a fail. And then yesterday, a friend of mine who lives out of state came to visit, and she's staying with me for 2 days. And so yesterday, the whole entire day, it was just about, like, catching up and having fun and hanging out, and, like, she's doing NaNoWriMo too, so we both just kind of forgot about the writing. And I looked already, I got up my calculator. I can still manage to make my goal as long as I'm writing about 2,000 words a day. But today, I think that we're planning on going to the library, and we're both planning on working on our writing, so hopefully I can get near or to that goal, and if not, maybe after I go to bed, like, I go to my room for the night, I can try to finish that out. So we'll see what happens. It is midnight on Sunday, November 17th. So technically it's now Monday, November 18th. Anyway, the last time I vlogged was early Saturday morning when my friend was still in town. I forgot to vlog at the end of the day to update my writing progress, but let's see how much I wrote. Okay, so we went to the library, and even with all the distraction and us kind of chit-chatting and kind of going crazy in our group chat that we have, I managed to write 1,342 words. It's not as much as I wanted, but hey, I got something done. Today, I went back to work, but I was on very little sleep, so I felt absolutely sick by the time I got home. I was literally laying on the couch for hours. I ate something, hydrated a bit after I woke up from a nap, and I started to feel a little better, but also some emotional stuff was kind of happening. I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling better. But I just wrote, like, I literally started writing at 11:50, 10 minutes before the day is over. I managed to write 291 words. Now that it's after midnight, I'm counting everything towards my word count for the 18th. But I think before I go to bed tonight, I want to hit 1,000 because I'm going to a write-in later today, since it's Monday now. And so I know I'm going to write a lot there because I always write a lot at write-ins. So I think if I'm already 1,000 ahead, it'll start boosting me up because right now my stats are so crazy. Like, it says I'm not going to finish right now until December 8th. And I'm way below where I need to be on track. I'm not scared yet. I think that if I have a few really good writing days where I write more than I usually do, I can get back up to where I need to be. Like, I literally have half a month to do it. So I'm not scared yet. I am a little ashamed. I know I can do better. It's just been a really weird few days with busyness, but also with a lot of mental and physical exhaustion. I don't know where my head's been at. Like, writing has been, like, very hard. So hopefully today I get all the inspiration I need at the write-in and right now that it's past midnight, to get these words out. So see you later. I think I have to start accepting that this past week it's just been a bad writing week. Everything possible that could stop me or prolong me from writing and, like, really writing my novel right now, it just keeps happening. Never been this exhausted. I'm sure I have, but this is the most exhausted I've been in a while. And I have been pretty tired lately, but, like, I've been so physically exhausted lately. been getting headaches every day. I've been busy, and then when I haven't been busy, it's been the exhaustion. But today, I was supposed to write like well over 1,000 words. I was supposed to continue writing after I vlogged last. I didn't, because I had to get up early, so I ended up just going to bed. But today I helped take care of my niece and nephews, and then by the time they left, I don't know, I made dinner for my family, and then I relaxed for like a little bit, and then I was about to start my writing when I started getting technical difficulties on my computer, and then I spent an hour talking to Apple support on the phone. And by the time that I got my program up and running and my project open, I had like maybe an hour to write. An actual nightmare. I only wrote 625 words today. If you look at my stat line, it looks like it's completely off. Once again, I brought out my calculator. I need to write about 1,900 words every single day for the next 12 days if I'm planning on hitting 50,000 by the 30th. Like I said, as long as I'm actually writing 2,000 is, well, it's not even 2,000, like 1,900 is not that bad. I know I can do it. I've done it before. I just really need to get my head in the game and like figure out what's going on with me physically and try to figure it out and do some self-care. I think at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. I remember in the beginning of NaNoWriMo, I looked at that badge that you can give yourself if you've been like taking care of yourself, sleeping, eating good, going to the gym, and I laughed out loud. Because I was like, who in their right mind, well, in general, like who in their 20s, number one, and who participating in NaNoWriMo takes care of themselves? Like, frankly, I do not. So I laughed, but that is really getting real now. I've realized I've been totally not taking care of myself. Totally dehydrated every single day. Totally not getting enough hours of sleep. Even though, like, for example, today was a pretty, like, easy day, I feel, like, completely run down and overworked. And that's how I feel every single day. I'm ready for this bad writing spell, this bad physical health spell to end. I'm very, very frustrated. Tomorrow I have the day off. I think I have to babysit for a little bit, but I'm going to a write-in. So hopefully tomorrow goes better. I say that every single day, but really, hopefully tomorrow goes better. So I'm in the parking lot after going to a NaNoWriMo write-in. Since I know that's like my main place I can focus, I decided to go today, even though I really didn't want to. It's a good thing I did because I got 2,248 words written, which was over my daily goal. And I am now over the 25,000 mark. So I'm over halfway through. And I'm just so excited. I'm so proud. And now I'm going to go over more myself by watching Call Me By Your Name with my best friend. Bye. Today was another rough one. I mean, I still wrote 2,055 words. So, I mean, that's not rough. That's actually really good. But just emotionally and physically, it was rough. After work, I was, eating and watching a show on Netflix, taking my well-earned relaxation. And I just kept saying, oh, I'll watch one more. Then I ended up falling asleep for a couple hours. It took me a while to even get to sit down and write. And I didn't get to the 2,238 I wanted to, but at least I got over 2,000. Still something to be proud of. This point, my NaNoWriMo tracker says I'm going to finish on December 6th, which is not going to happen. I'm going to finish by November 30th, but I'm finally on the incline back up to where I'm supposed to be. So long as I get a few days of like really good writing, which I'm going to try to attend a lot of write-ins this upcoming week to help with that, I should be good. But I am too exhausted to even keep writing right now. I'm literally skipping my skincare routine just to hop into bed and go to sleep. Because somehow, even though I already took a nap, I still feel like I could pass out sitting up right here. It could be dehydration. It could be NaNoWriMo. Who knows? I will see you tomorrow. I haven't updated vlog-wise in like 2 days. It is the 22nd right now. On the 20th, I wrote 2,055 words. On the 21st, I wrote 358 words. Right now, I'm maybe a little over 400. And I'm just starting to get to this point where I just feel so mentally exhausted. And every single day, it's become forcing myself to write. Because I just haven't been in this place where I want to, like I genuinely want to. And it's starting to become very sad and very frustrating for me. Like right now, this is probably emotionally the worst spot I've been in this whole month. And it's just coming at the worst time because I have, after today, like 8 days to hit 50,000 and I haven't even hit 30. Because of the days I skipped and because of how little I've been able to write every day. I don't want to throw in the towel. I want to get there. But right now, like, something about sitting here and pushing myself to write something that's making me feel this sad and like this negative, like it just feels like I have this dark cloud over me right now. It just doesn't feel right. All I want to do right now is like go crawl into bed and like watch TV. Like I want to shut my mind off and like not think about this and not think about life and like all the responsibilities. And like that's even saying something because right now I probably have a lot less responsibility than most people at my age. I definitely have it easier than some people. And I'm not, like, I don't even want to try to talk about comparing lives and comparing pain or struggle. But it does feel silly to feel this overwhelmed in my current lifestyle, but I'm feeling it. And maybe if it wasn't NaNoWriMo, I wouldn't be feeling it. Maybe if it wasn't a challenge, I wouldn't be feeling it, but I'm feeling it regardless. And I'm really struggling with how to approach it right now. It's 5 minutes to 9, and I have to be in bed by at least 11. So I'm trying to figure out at what point I just decide to give up for the night. The more I keep cutting myself short these next few days, it's gonna make it worse by the end. I'm gonna have to like write thousands of words, and it's just, I don't want to dig myself that hole, but like the way I feel right now, I don't want to feel like this right now. I don't even know if I'm gonna put this in the video, in the vlog. I just don't want this to take this weird downswing. I don't want this vlog to be sad, to make people feel discouraged. Because I didn't feel that way in the beginning. And I don't feel that way on days where I go to write-ins, but right now it's just heavy. All right, so my hair looks like trash. My room is messy. This is the same shirt you saw me in yesterday. What are we gonna do about it? Nothing. It's NaNoWriMo. I'm allowed to be dirty. I'm allowed to be a total emotional, mental, physical mess. Anyway, the last time you saw me, this light is making my face look horrible. The last time you saw me was that really emotional vlog on my couch where I was basically almost in tears about how distressed I was. Shortly after that, I kind of picked myself back up and I still managed to pump out 1,282 words, which is not what I wanted, but it was more than I bargained for in the level of depression I was feeling. Today, I had work. Right after work, I hung out with my niece and nephews and my family for a little bit. And usually on days where I do work straight to family and then straight to my work, like my writing work, I'm like utterly exhausted and have no motivation to do anything at all. But somehow today, and I took 2 breaks in between, one for dinner, one to just like decompress, I managed to write 2,619 words, and I wasn't at a write-in. And this is just like unbelievable to me, because when have I ever been able to write this much so fast without going to a write-in? It still says that I'm not going to finish my goal until December 6th, but they're wrong. As long as I stick to my schedule, everything is going to be fine. I'm slowly on the rise. I plan on finishing. I'm determined. Obviously I'm still like very mentally exhausted, but I'm just like not in the dark place that I was in yesterday. Those types of things for me come in waves, those lows. Last night was a low. But tonight is just making me feel all kinds of motivated. And so hopefully it continues to tomorrow, dear God, please. And just the rest of the week, but just, I'm going to take it day by day. I'm going to hope tomorrow is just as productive. I really can't, have my mental health be the reason that I don't finish this. I really want to prove to myself that I can still work and thrive in that kind of mental state. And that's just for me. That's not for anyone else. Of course, everyone copes and deals with their stuff their own ways. And usually my way would be to completely shut down and not get any writing done. But I tried to push through it. And today there was nothing to push through, thank God. But right now it is 10:30. I usually try to be asleep by midnight. So I'm literally going to go wash my face and I'm going to get to go lay in bed and possibly watch some Netflix or some YouTube and just relax, knowing that I did good. This is awesome. I want to have more days like this. Today is November 24th. Well, technically the 25th now that it's midnight, but this whole day was the 24th. And I had no clue how I was going to get any writing done today. Yesterday I was trying to figure out ways I could fit it in, because basically my day was working until close, and then I came home, ate a quick lunch, drove straight to my sister's place to babysit for a couple hours. Then I went, picked up dinner, came home, and I had to watch the AMAs because I was planning on seeing Taylor Swift win her Artist of the Decade award, and then she ended up having awards that scattered throughout the whole night till the very end of the award show. And I had a friend over who I was hanging out with watching that. And of course, he ended up hanging around here a little bit after that ended. And then by the time I got home from dropping him off, it was like literally 11:45. So I was like, well, the day's almost over and I've written absolutely nothing. So I wrote 69 words today. Obviously not good. Tomorrow and Tuesday, I have my days off. And because Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are going to be super busy for me, I think besides like getting some baking done for Thanksgiving, that those days are going to be like committed to writing. I'm really hoping I can do that, because I really need some days that are just about the writing. So that's what tomorrow's going to be about, and I will update you then. Hello, NaNoWriMo vlog. I haven't vlogged in like 2 days straight, so I have a little bit to update you on, and I need to kind of talk about what the next few days are going to look like for me, because it's utter chaos and I'm a little stressed out. I don't know where I'm at right now with Nano, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so last time you saw me was Monday the 24th when I had written 69 words. That was not Monday, that was Sunday. My bad. Monday was the 25th. I went to a write-in and I wrote 2,631 words. It was pretty successful. By the end of it, I was getting a little exhausted and hitting my brain wall. That's what I like to call it. But hey, any day where I write over 2,000 words is a good day. Yesterday, total opposite of a good day, I just realized how hard I've been pushing myself mentally and like having to sit there and force myself to write every single day. And I was just like really hitting my wall. Not my brain wall this time. It was just more of like my want and push to do this wall, I guess. But I had a bunch of errands to do and like babysitting and a bunch of other stuff. And by the time that I finished, I was supposed to go to a write-in, but I was so exhausted that I just skipped it. And I was like, I'll get my words done at home. But when I realized how hard I've been pushing myself and like how badly I was just craving relaxation, and like I was really craving no pressure, because every day I feel like there's some pressure on me. I was like, I don't want to write. I just want to sit here and do absolutely nothing. I was home alone. It was beautiful. I only wrote 89 words at the very tail end of the night. And the reason I did that was just because I didn't want to lose my nano streak. Yesterday, I kind of came to this acceptance that I was not going to be able to finish nano in time. I still don't know if I am, but that was more of like I'm not going to finish. Like, I'm not even going to try. But then because I'm very sensitive and I give up on every single thing that I do in my life, me coming to that conclusion later just made me feel really guilty and awful, especially because I've come so far. Like, I'm at about 35,000 words, which is amazing. This is the farthest I've ever gotten into a manuscript. So I think I'm still trying. Today, let me talk about my busy schedule now. Today, I worked until close. Right now, I have about 2 hours before I need to leave to go to a concert with my friend. It's technically for my internship. I have to write a review on it, but it's a show I've been dying to go to, so I'm very excited about it. But that means that I have 2 hours to get any and all writing for the night in, because once I get home from the concert, I'm going straight to bed. I have work on Thanksgiving in the morning. I work Thanksgiving. So I'm not planning on staying up all night to write. Now, Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving. I work until 12:30. I get off. I have to bake a cake. I have to spend time with my family and my nieces and nephews, and I have to eat dinner. After dinner, I'm sure we're still going to be hanging out as a family, but that is probably when I'm going to have to pull out my computer and try to write. Don't know how that's going to go. Then Friday, I do not have work during the day, but later that night, I have another concert I'm going to. And then Saturday is the last day of Nano. So my schedule is very cramped, very hectic, very crazy. Of course, the last week of Nano has to be this way. It couldn't be easy, could it? So I don't know if I'm going to get to 50,000 words. I'm going to try. If I'm going to have any saving grace, it's going to have to be on Saturday. I don't have anything planned besides getting my hair cut, which will only take like an hour. So like, if that means I write from the minute I wake up to the minute I go to bed, I guess that's that. We'll see how I feel on Saturday. We'll see what happens, how much I have left. I'm crossing my fingers, guys. I really am. I want to do this. I feel like this will be such a turning point for me if I finish this, because it's proving to myself that I am capable. Because of how often I give up, I often convince myself that I'm unable to write a novel. I'm unable to do things like this. And if I do this, I feel like it's going to be such a boost of confidence that I really, really need right now. That was a really, really long clip I just filmed. All to say, I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm half given up, and I'm half trying. Take with that what you will. Also, I forgot one thing. I meant to mention it in an earlier vlog, but when I did hit 30,000 words, I told you guys that I had rewards set up for every 10,000 words that I get. So my 30,000 words reward was to do a thrift shopping spree. And usually lately I've been going for clothes there. I did not have really good luck with clothes. I got like 2 blouses, but I did buy like 4 books, which I didn't need them, but hey, it was a reward, so I rewarded myself. The next one coming up at 40,000 is a haircut. I already booked it because I have a coupon that expires at the end of the month and I need my haircut desperately either way. So let's just hope I hit 40,000 so that I did actually earn it and I'm not just giving it to myself. So yesterday was Thanksgiving. I obviously did not update my vlog because I was hanging out with family and working and all that jazz. Tonight it is November 29th. Tomorrow is the last day of Nano. It's only 10:30, but I think with the way things have been going this week and the way I'm feeling right now, I think I'm just going to say that I'm probably not going to win NaNoWriMo this year. This is my first year, and I think that I put a lot of pressure on myself to win because it was my first time, and like I know in a past vlog that's going to be in this video, I did a whole monologue about proving to myself that I could do this. And every time this week, when things have been very, very hard, and I'll get into that, every time I've even like approached giving up, it just filled me with this sense of like shame and guilt that like, oh, here she goes again, giving up another project, giving up something that she said she was going to do, and she's not following through again. Like, you know, talk about myself in third person in that way. And that's what would keep me hanging on. But like this past week, it's like I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, like out of the last 7 days, only 2 of them I've written over 2,000 words. And the other ones are like 69, 89, 41, 79. And like, we know how far away I am from my goal right now. Like, it's crunch time, and I'm just not even hitting 1,000 anymore. I knew what I had on my plate going into Nano. I knew I was in the process of moving. I knew I was struggling with my work situation, like where I want to go from here now that I'm post-grad, like thinking about all of that stuff. And then dealing with like my own mental health and like all that kind of stuff. And lately, with how hectic things have been, I mean, you've seen it in the vlogs for yourself. I've been very physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. Yesterday, on the day of Thanksgiving, I had a full-on emotional breakdown and just sobbed. So that's where I'm at the very tail end of this month. And it's just like, I'm in a mentally not a very good place. Like, for the past, 3-4 hours, I've been trying to push myself to write. And it's just, every time I even open the document, I don't feel repelled from the story itself. Like, I love my novel, I love my project, but I just feel repelled from even trying to put something down because it feels inauthentic. Like, every time I force myself to write this whole entire month, even when I didn't want to, it still felt like when I actually started and got into it, that it was like, I'm having fun and like everything felt good, even when I was forcing myself. But I just know that if I force myself tonight to write, it's going to be like the most lackluster, impassionate writing you've ever read in your life. So today, of course, I had that whole thought again, like, what if I just decide that this is it for Nano and I just don't win? I'm 15,000 words away. It's pretty likely I won't, but I was still holding on to this like blind faith. And, you know, I'm talking to my friends about it, and one of my friends is, you know, you've accomplished something big no matter what, like, you should be really proud of yourself. My other friend's like, you know, I'm obviously going to tell you to write because she's a writer. And so, you know, it's right down the middle. And then I watched this video by Kate Kavanaugh, who I love. I watched every single one of her vlogs this year for Nano. She's just so fun. And this is an old one. It's from 2017. It's one of her NaNoWriMo vlogs, but it's called An Honest Talk on Winning and Failing. It's only 6 minutes. I watched it, and she's discussing like the psychological part of losing NaNoWriMo, and about how like when we attach, and she said basically when we attach a number to creative ventures like this, it automatically becomes about the number, and when we don't reach that number, the project feels like a failure and we feel like a failure. And it's just not the truth, because all we failed is to write 50,000 words. It didn't mean that we failed the whole project. Like right now I have 35,000 words, and the month before this, I was so depressed that like even sitting down one night and getting 250 down felt like crippling. So the fact that I've even written 35,000 in 30 days, it's just like unbelievable to me. And like, I just think that I really struggle to take a step back and realize what I have done, what I have accomplished. And it's amazing. I am really tired today. I'm just not in a place to write. It's been a rough few days. It's been a rough month, but these last few days have just really been kicking me and basically knocking me off on my ass. So right now I'm trying to get back up and trying to feel good again. I'm just going to relax for the rest of the night. Like I have been already, but like now that I've kind of decided I'm not going to write, I feel like that pressure is off. But tomorrow, I still think that I'm going to go to my last NaNoWriMo write-in. I like I said, I've accepted I'm not going to win, but I want to see how much I can get before this is over. Part of me feeling like I'm failing is dumb too, because I'm planning on finishing this novel, regardless. And right now, with the 35,000 words, I'm only on chapter 10, and I've been going in order from the beginning. And I have, some chapters are really short, some chapters are really long, but I have 27 chapters outlined. And I'm only on chapter 10 with 35,000 words. So regardless of if I had hit the 50,000 words at the end of this month, I still wouldn't be finished with the novel. And even after November, I would still be writing. So I don't know why I feel like not hitting 50,000 words means that like I failed this project, considering that this project would have been extended far longer than NaNoWriMo. Because even on December 1st, I'm still going to be writing this novel. This novel is still going to be needing me. But it just means after NaNoWriMo is over that there is going to be no word count. It's just going to be, hey, sit down for 2 hours every day and write, or hey, sit down and write 1,000 words a day. Like I set my own limits at this point. There is no 50,000 in 1 month. I can do it wherever I want. I can make my own rules. And then I can recognize when I need to take a step back and take care of myself mentally, and when things in my life are getting to a point where I can't write every day. Like, this is my first NaNoWriMo. Like, I need to realize that for a first attempt, this is fantastic. Like, what I've accomplished is fantastic for a first timer. Especially when I decided that I was going to do it 3 days before. It took me 3 days to come up with an idea for the novel and outline every single chapter. Most people do whole entire prep-tobers. I didn't. I started, I half pantsed, half plotted, and I still managed to get this much done. It's fantastic. So I'm gonna choose to feel good about this. We'll see how I feel tomorrow night. But right now, like, I think that I just need to realize that I need to do what's best for me, and that my project is going to be a success regardless of how many words it is, because I did it. Like, I sat down and I wrote this and I did it.